You are about to enjoy an It Takes Three Network podcast.
Do you have your notebook, Liz?
Now the sneeze came. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Oh, are we on?
We are on.
Oh, hey.
Hey, guys. How's it going? Welcome to Let's Talk OC and OC podcast. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Liz.
And this week, we're discussing Season 4, Episode 8, The Earth Girls Are Easy. Original air date, December 21st, 2006, written by Mark Fish and directed by Norman Buckley. As the new year approaches, the Core Four head to Vegas, but with a secret in hand. Meanwhile, Julie's accounting is questioned with unwanted scrutiny.
Yeah.
Did you remember any of this?
No, not one shred of this episode. The pregnancy thing, I mean, it's so typical, right? Like, that happens all the time in shows, but I did not remember this at all.
And it's about time they did something like this, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, it always happens in teenage shows. Yeah. Also, guys, since we're always transparent with you, my good friend Kyle, who I live with, decided to power wash the house today.
Yes, so.
And so it's really loud. So now Liz and I are crammed in my bedroom recording, and it's so hot. We are sweating, and Liz and I run cold.
Yes. So if we're hot, oh my goodness, you guys would be dead. That's what we always say. If we're hot, you guys are dead because there's just no way.
And we have the giggles. We were trying to record an ad before, and we just could not get our words out.
Yeah, I think we're going to post it on Patreon.
I think so, too.
Because it would be really, we couldn't get our shit together at all.
The behind the scenes of recording. Like I have sweat droplets coming down my forehead.
Behind the knee.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so the power wash is happening at the front of the house and is going to make their way around. So then we're going to have to shift. So here we go. Anyway, okay. So scoop of the week before we get into the episode, as you guys know, our friend and patron, Michael, he picks an ice cream flavor every week to pair with the episode. And this week he paired it with Bubblegum. He says he picked this because the color of the alien's makeup sort of reminded him of the color of bubblegum ice cream.
Okay.
Also, the pieces of bubblegum inside are like a little surprise in the ice cream, which symbolizes the two surprises in this episode. The first surprise is that Summer might be pregnant, which ends up being not true. The second is this mysterious guy we meet in the beginning of the episode who ends up being Ryan's father.
Yeah.
Finally, bubblegum is a kitty flavor, which goes with the potential pregnancy as well.
Very cute, Mike.
As always, Mike.
I don't think I've ever had bubblegum flavored ice cream.
I think
with
I have.
bubblegum in it.
No, not with pieces, but I've had the flavor for sure.
It sounds amazing. I love bubblegum.
I do too. Yeah. Also, Mike, I just want to say that you had lots of praise over your Scoop of the Week video last week. So thank you so much for that track. We loved it.
So sweet.
The listeners loved it. Good job. All right. You ready, Liz?
I'm ready. I'm very allergic in the bedroom.
Oh, no. She's allergic in the bedroom. Fuck.
I'm allergic to cats. And I haven't been allergic to Michelle's cats in like 10 years. And when we podcast, it's usually fine. And it's always so funny because we would go from the couch and then we go into the other room. And for some reason, it was like once Ingrid and I went in the other room, our allergies would just...
I know. Flare up.
And now in here, I don't know why.
Crap. Well...
It's fine.
Okay. And we're both wearing black today, which just makes me feel hotter.
Yeah.
Oy vey. Here we go. Episode opens out. We have Ryan and Seth are at a rest stop. And Ryan questions Seth why the girls are acting so weird. Meanwhile, Summer and Taylor are in a bathroom counting down the seconds to find out the result of a pregnancy test. We then rewind to 7 hours earlier, which I'm like, ooh, we're doing this again.
Yeah, we did this beginning of the season, right?
Yeah. So 7 hours earlier, we have Ryan is visiting Seth, and Seth is questioning how things are getting really serious with Taylor. Simultaneously, Taylor and Summer are down below shopping, and they're talking about New Year's Eve and plans. Ryan planned something for them, and Taylor brought a gift, which happens to be lingerie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what Jess is saying from last week to this week.
Yeah.
How last week he's like, I don't even know if you're going to be my girlfriend. Not that he's calling her his girlfriend, but planning a trip away and lingerie. I mean, granted, they haven't done the sex yet.
They haven't.
So this is like their plan to do that. But it feels really like, oh, okay, we're into that now.
I know. And we had a lot of people write into us
Oh, good. I'm glad.
About that part because it's only been a week.
Right.
Because between Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve and New Year's, it's been a week.
Right. So that's really, it seems soon.
Yeah. Anyway, so the two pairs continue to compare New Year's Eve plans while Seth doesn't think this is going to be a problem. Summer actually wants exciting plans. So Ryan comes down to meet Taylor. By the way, in case you're confused, Ryan is visiting Seth at work. The girls are down below shopping. So this is the setting that it's taken place. Anyway, so Ryan comes down to meet Taylor, and she gives him the lingerie, which he's really excited for, which of course he would be.
And he's like, oh, it's for me to wear.
Yeah.
Like joking. Very cute.
Very cute. Summer goes up to see Seth, and she's sick of babysitting him, and she's pissed that he didn't make any plans.
This is so typical. I feel, and you can totally disagree with me.
Sure.
Their relationship is very boring. In a way. For the audience, you don't see them make plans to go to dinner. You don't see them like even taking a walk on the beach. You don't see them on the boardwalk. They're always sitting watching TV. And don't get me wrong, I am a complete like example of a relationship that we do that a lot. And it's mostly me because I'm like, oh, let's just sit down, relax, watch TV. I feel like they never do anything. And so I'm like, okay, of course Seth didn't plan anything because you guys don't do that. Like, in my opinion, I feel like that's not the norm. So, of course, he didn't plan anything.
Right. And I also feel that Summer has been away at college. She's back. She got kicked out. They finally are finding their way. So maybe some downtime together would be nice.
Right. It would be okay.
I also feel that the way Seth was in this episode, I felt like we took a step back. Because he has been so mature and he's been there for Summer and he's been there for Ryan. And all of a sudden I felt we got season 1 vibes of Seth back in this episode with certain things. And I don't know, usually the quirkiness I love, but in this episode, he redeems himself as we go on.
Right.
But part of it, I'm like, I'm not blaming you. Like you said, you guys don't do anything. Why would Summer plus Summer, she goes away to college and she comes back this new person who thinks about different things and she has new, her expectations, I don't know, would think maybe they're a little bit different.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. So Taylor heads home to pack for her getaway. She finds a pregnancy test.
Oh, she had a pregnancy test?
I thought it was period. Yeah. That's not a pregnancy
her
test.
Pads or tampons or something.
Yeah. Right. And so
you see her like counting in her head and then on the calendar.
Meanwhile, at the Cohen, Sandy is on sandwich making duty for Ryan's road trip, which is really cute.
Like the dad making sandwiches for them.
And Seth comes in and they're talking about how the Cohens are great at making sandwiches, but they are not great at making romantic plans.
No. Yeah, I feel like with Kirsten and Sandy, mostly Kirsten's like, we should do this, we should do that, and Sandy just goes along with it, which is fine. And it's very rare if he surprises her with something. We do see it, though. It does happen.
We do.
I feel like more so than Seth and Summer.
Well, sure. I mean, by then, of all those years of marriage,
right,
you know what's coming.
Right.
And you got to prep for it. But he gives Seth some advice and say, hey, listen, if you do anything, just do it from the heart. You got this. And this pep talk turns into Seth getting a light bulb idea of like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to crash Ryan's plans. This is what I have to do.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. So while Taylor is waiting to be picked up, she confronts Summer and tells her that she thinks she might be pregnant, which is hysterical.
Which is funny because as the audience, you immediately think it's Taylor who's pregnant. She's like, no, Summer, you're pregnant or could be.
Right. And she's pretty much kept track of Summer's period since last time she visited her in Brown. This is when you should have had it. clearly you're late. Like, what's the deal here? And Taylor presents her with a pregnancy test and wants her to take it before she leaves. But at this point, Seth comes in and he tells her that the big surprise is we're all going away, the four of us, to Vegas, and Summer wants to avoid this situation. And she clearly doesn't want to take the test. And she's like, hey, Seth, just help me pack. And Taylor's like, fine. Taylor decides, bless you.
Thank you.
She's dying. I don't know what to do.
It's fine.
But Taylor decides that she's going to pack the test and they'll deal with it in the car. So the four of them hit the road and it's super awkward.
Ugh.
Right?
Yeah. It was a funny scene though.
No,
the
it was.
Drive.
Yeah.
And what was really sweet is I liked when Taylor and Summer like held hands at the end, which we'll discuss.
Right. So Seth, he apologizes to Ryan and he promises he's going to get him the best room that Sandy Cohen's money can buy. Taylor, she's carrying the pregnancy test in a brown paper bag and is suggesting they stop soon so they can try out their new toothpaste. Seth then says that he forgot his toothbrush and he'll have to use his finger, which automatically sets Summer off. And she's like, I can't have a child because he's a child. He can't even remember to pack a toothbrush. Mm-hmm. She's like, hey, listen, it happens.
It does happen.
She's just on edge.
Yep.
Anyway, so then Seth grabs the bag and they're fighting and he looks inside and he sees what it is. And Taylor's like, it's mine.
Yeah. He's like, oh. And
yeah. And at this point, Ryan is just observing what's happening and remains totally confused by all of this. So this is where we circle back to the beginning of the episode. They stop at the rest stop to get gas. The girls rush in to take the test. Ryan questions Seth about what's going on. And Seth asks him if he's sure that him and Taylor haven't slept together.
Right, because now it's, there's a situation here.
Yeah.
Taylor's potentially pregnant and this is supposed to be your first night together, then there's someone in between you guys.
Someone's not saying something.
Right. Which it could have been Henri Michel.
It could have been. Sure.
So.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the background, a red convertible pulls out and a woman dressed as an alien gets out and heads into the bathroom. So the girls are in the stall and Summer, she's fighting it. She doesn't want to do it. Taylor is making her. And she finally pees and they're counting down the seconds. And they then can't handle waiting for the results. So they put the test in Taylor's purse, which is on the floor of the stall.
Ew,
gross.
You never put your bag on the floor.
Gross. Yeah.
Especially now.
I know. Oh my God, I know. And as this is all happening, the alien girl reaches underneath the stall, steals the purse, and runs out.
On the bathroom stall, it said, beware of the
UFO.
UFO. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is such Roswell vibes.
Yeah. I knew you would like this. Well, that part of the episode.
It's funny because they have this thing called Crash Con on Roswell, New Mexico, and everyone dresses up like aliens. And I was like, oh, this is like, it could just totally fit because they're like out in the desert. Like, they could be in New Mexico. Yeah, it was funny.
I like it. Yeah, so the girls notice that the bag is gone. They run out and they tell the boys to follow the girl the alien stole her purse. So as they're following the aliens, the boys are questioning why she needs the purse so bad. And Taylor says that it's because there's pills in there and these are the only pills that she can take at a certain time. She can't stop at a drugstore to get them. And Ryan continues to be confused.
Right.
No one's filling him in.
Right.
So they arrive to where the alien stops and it's this whole, as you mentioned, it's like an Area 51 inspired alien rave. Really cool. They decide to split up and try to find the alien and the purse. So Ryan tells Taylor that he knows what's going on. He just wishes she told him.
Right. If there was someone else or someone before me,
right.
It's okay, but why didn't you say anything?
Right. And she's like, you know what? What do you think? I'm a slut? And it spiraled so quickly. Yeah. And I actually felt bad for Ryan in this situation because Ryan, a man of few words.
He didn't really know how to approach it.
I know. So Seth doesn't understand why they need the bag so bad. And Summer then says there's a pregnancy test in there. And Seth tries to high five her because thank God it's not them.
Mm-hmm.
Really insensitive.
And Summer's like, Cohen.
She reacts. She's so upset. And it clicks in Seth's mind like, oh shit.
It is hers.
Yeah. So as Summer runs off, Seth bumps into a fan of the Atomic County. He's dressed as Kid Chino and wants a picture with him.
This is ironic.
Bizarre.
Bizarro world that Seth Cohen from Atomic County would be at this bar club and this one kid would be dressed like Kid Chino. What are the chances?
And recognizes him
who
from
he
Comic-Con.
Is. Crazy.
It's like foggy in there and dark. There's so much happening. He's like, oh, like Seth is just I don't know. I would pass him. Do you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't think twice. I think if I saw Adam Brody, I'd probably just pass him because
he's a normal looking dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So Ryan finds Taylor dancing. She's drinking and she's grinding up on another guy. And he says he just wants to know why his girlfriend, so here's the term.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, is taking a pregnancy test. And as they bump into Seth and Summer, the girls run off and take the car. So Summer is grateful for Taylor's friendship at this point, and Summer's reflecting on her life because she's like, how did I get here? How did this happen?
Right.
I was in such a good school, and now I'm kicked out, and now I don't even know if I'm going to be pregnant. How did this all happen? And Taylor says that a new year is a fresh start. We all get one. And then they decide that it was pretty mean to ditch the boys, and we should go turn around.
Right.
So at this point, while this is happening, the boys end up following the alien chick into a room where she's about to hook up with a guy, this weird other alien dude, and she's making him, they're like saying each other's names and spelling it out. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
And as they sneak in, their cell phone goes off because Taylor's calling to say like, hey, we'll be back. And they end up grabbing the bag. They run out. The alien chick races after them, and they run into Kid Chino, who's there with a van, able to give Seth and Ryan a ride. So
Taylor called her a slutty alien.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you did it to yourself. If you didn't say she was a slutty alien, she wouldn't have took the purse. I mean, maybe she would, but
that's right.
You did it to yourself.
I know. I was wondering that. I was like, did you tick her off, or was she going to steal it anyway? So Ryan and Seth, they have a talk on the way home while they're in the van, and how he just wants to be there for Summer, and it doesn't even matter what the test says. No matter what, he wants to be with her.
And Ryan kind of like got him to that conclusion. Like, well, it doesn't matter. Do you love her? Do you see a future with her? And Seth's like, well, yeah. And he's like, well, then you have your answer. He's like the Buddha. Well, then you know.
Calm and collected in this moment.
Even though it could have been his girlfriend's pregnancy test 5 minutes ago, but which I feel like I'm not surprised they didn't do it because they did it with the Teresa thing. So I was like, oh, they're not going to do that to him again.
And we're not going to do that to Taylor, too.
Right.
I don't think we would do that. We could have added more to her plate, but then again, we don't have a storyline for Summer and Seth.
Right.
Which they're boring right now.
Right.
So here we go. So the boys get home. Seth visits Summer and tells her how he feels. And he then proposes to her all before they look at the pregnancy test.
With a ring he like took from one of the dudes in the truck.
It was an eye ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said, it doesn't matter what those results say. I want to be with you no matter what. So she says yes, reluctantly. They then they hug.
Yeah.
And then she's like, should we look at the test? And he's like, yeah. So they look and it's negative, and they both feel really awkward, and then they hug again because like, yay, good news.
Seth's like, do we hug again?
Yeah.
All right, sure. Right, because it is good news, but now it's like, well, technically, if you really think about it, you guys are engaged.
Yeah. Well, that's it. They're like, oh, shit, we don't really want to do it.
We don't really need to do it now, but now it's awkward.
Right. So Ryan walks into Taylor's room. He apologizes to her, and he doesn't think she's a whore. And she says, I'm not one unless you want me to be. Girl. And she's wearing lingerie, and she opens the covers, and he gets in bed with her, and it's really cute.
But they're not doing it. They're just doing other stuff.
Yeah. And he also says that it doesn't bother him about the pregnancy test, that she didn't tell him. Like, that was the problem.
Right.
Which I'm like, wow, Ryan, that's admirable, I think.
It's pretty mature.
Like, he's not questioning her if she slept with someone. He's like, why didn't you just tell me why you were taking a test? That's what he was more concerned about. I was like, okay, Ryan.
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
Okay, so meanwhile, over at New Match, Julie is stressed the fuck out because she doesn't know what she's going to do and how she's going to keep hiding
when
the
you
cash
get involved
flow.
with Spencer in this
ring
business.
I know. She has a couple of meetings with Spencer to discuss. One of them, they're on the phone, and he's going through his book. He's in a public place. And in the background, we notice a man watching him.
Yes.
And then when Julie meets him in person, we find out that he lost his book of clients. And Julie wants to shut this down as soon as possible because there's no way we can keep doing this. You lost the book. Everything is in the book. And so then they agree that they're going to shut it down after New Year's Eve because they can each make $40,000.
Pretty good.
Holy shit.
I mean,
that's insane.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a large amount of money.
It's a pretty nice penny.
So the Bullet continues to court Julie and tries to convince her to come to his New Year's Eve party. He notes all the receipts of pizza on her desk and questions it because a lot of the clients are enjoying these role plays and then she's paying for pizza because pizza actually has to be involved in this.
Right.
So funny, but weird.
Funny.
He then meets with the man we noticed in the background while Spencer was on the phone, and it turns out that man is Frank.
What are the chances?
Right? And Frank needs a job. He tells him about his girlfriend, Julie, and asks about the dating service. Because he has the book and the pictures, which the Bullet doesn't know about. So
Right.
Frank has the book, has pictures, knows about the dating service, knows that there's information about Julie. The Bullet and Caitlin go shopping for a dress for Julie for New Year's Eve, and then he convinces Caitlin that she should come to the New Year's Eve party. He can teach her how to two-step, and he can introduce her to the two Saudi princes. And she's upset because she misses her dad, and she won't be able to talk to him because he's on a boat and he will be out of service. Like fucking Jimmy.
Of course, Jimmy.
Like you can't
so
call.
Typical Jimmy.
And you know what pissed me off about this? He calls New Match to tell Kirsten that he won't be able to call Caitlin.
He called
New Match.
Kirsten?
And Kirsten picked up. So like instead of that phone call, why don't you just call Caitlin?
Right. You could have done that instead. Yeah, wrong.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Julie heads into work and she sees Frank going through the books and she's totally taken aback, and it turns out the Bullet hired him. So now Julie has no excuse to not come to the party and to not have some free time for the Bullet.
Mm-hmm.
So at the party, we see all the New Match clients, but with much younger guys. Kirsten is really confused. Julie is confused over Frank, and Bullet introduces Caitlin to the two princes who turn out to be pretty boring.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, though, Julie and the Bullet, they haven't even kissed.
No.
But that's his girlfriend. Oh, my girlfriend, Julie.
Well, because he just keeps courting her.
Yeah.
In his mind, it's like, ooh, this is the fun. I'm going to catch her, you know? So Frank introduces himself to Kirsten and tells her and Julie that their books look great and everything adds up, and Kirsten's still confused. Julie feels so relieved only until Frank approaches her in private and tells her that it would be best in her interest if she met him, and he gives her his room key.
Yeah, she says to Kirsten, man, Kiki, have you ever just felt so invincible? What?
Girl.
You're playing with fire, honey.
Yeah.
You're not invincible in the least.
So Caitlin ends up seeing all of this, and she's so upset. And the fact that Julie's doing this to the Bullet and that she's going to leave the party, even though she's supposed to be there for both her and
I
the
appreciate
Bullet.
this. She's like,
Yeah.
Mom, come on.
Yeah.
Don't be like that.
So Sandy arrives at the party after dealing with Daryl, the homeless guy from Thanksgiving, which is like a fun callback.
Right? We keep referencing him.
And Kirsten expresses how this night is just so weird. And as they head to the dance floor, Frank bumps into them. And Sandy knows he recognizes this guy from somewhere.
Yeah.
Like he can't get it out of his mind how he knows this guy. So Julie takes off. And as we said, Caitlin tries to stop her. And she assures Caitlin that nothing's going on. I just have a headache, but please don't tell the Bullet. So Caitlin says that she just misses her dad sometimes. And as the Bullet is looking for Julie, him and Caitlin end up dancing, and he teaches her the two-step.
I love this.
Was this not the sweetest?
So heartwarming. Just adorable.
The Bullet.
Yeah. But I like that Caitlin just agreed to do it. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, let's do it. I feel badly for you. My mom just left. You have no idea where she went. I really enjoyed her in this episode.
I did too. And you can tell how sad and upset she is, how young she is, how she just wants a father figure in her life. I mean, Bullet even gives her money.
Right. Like, here, get yourself something nice.
If you decide to come. So simultaneously, we have Sandy in his office going through his files. Julie goes to the hotel room to meet with Frank. She says she's not interested in trading sex for silence.
Good for her.
Yeah. And I'm glad that she
Dangerous
opens with that.
She even went by herself. He could have killed her.
Absolutely. He says that's not what he's interested in. I want info on the Cohens. And so then we flash to Sandy going through Frank's record. everything that's on it. We have domestic violence, drug charges,
Bad
etc. Yeah. And as soon as Frank says that he's Ryan's father, we zoom in on the file that says Frank Atwood.
Yeah.
Bam. Episode ends.
Bam.
Whoa. You know, for the first time watching this was a huge shock. And I feel like they did a good job. You did not see this coming.
No, not at all. Because he even says, oh, my name's Frank Perry or something like that.
Yep.
And you almost, as the audience, forget Ryan's father could ever come about because he's in jail. We've met Dawn. It's okay. So, yeah, this really... It makes sense, like, for a TV show, like, let's just throw in the father last
Sure,
season.
why not?
So, it's, interesting. He's a bad dude.
Yeah.
We'll see. But
And creepy.
yeah. And the way he goes about everything, like, why do you have to be so creepy? Like, obviously, if you're getting in the circles, and it's clear Sandy has looked into Ryan's files and records and know who his father is, and now it's like, well, now you're in the circle. Everyone's going to find out who you are really quick.
And also to go through Julie.
Julie, out of all people.
I guess because she's the outsider
I
to the
guess.
Coens. And she works with Kirsten, so here's a way to get in.
Right. Like, he could have maybe asked the Bullet, like, hey, do you know any information on the Coens? Maybe he did.
Yeah.
But I guess Julie would be, like, the next
Right.
runner-up for information.
Yeah. I
So.
don't know. Anyway, so we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with all your questions and comments.
New Match, Newport's exclusive dating service. Are you tired of the same dating scene? Do you want to have your last first date? It's time to meet your new match. New Match is an exclusive dating service focusing on exclusive Newport clientele. At New Match, we're here for you.
Welcome back from break.
Hello.
If you hear background noise, that is the power wash.
Nothing we can do about it at this point.
We're now in
We're
it.
trying.
Yeah. All right. We're going to start off with our trivia correspondent, Letitia_Dominique, our Tish T. Last week was such a good episode and an even better pod episode. It was so nice
Aw.
to hear Misha. I just want to say thank you to everyone who reached out and enjoyed the little Misha clip as much as I did and Liz enjoyed.
We got a lot of hits on the post today.
Yeah, it was a good one. So like you said, there is a text on the wall saying, watch out for UFOs.
Mm-hmm.
It can be seen right before the woman in the alien costume steals their purse.
Yeah.
The episode title is an allusion to a 1988 film, Earth Girls Are Easy, starring Gina Davis, Jeff Goldblum, Jim Carrey, and Damon Wayans.
Oh, wow. Good cast.
This episode had a rating of 9.5 on TV.com and an 8 on IMDb. With 3 votes, Taylor is TV.com's MVP, which I agree with. The actual name of filming location of the gas station is called Four Aces, located in Palmdale, California, not Las Vegas like the show had us believe.
Funny.
The real sign was covered up by the temporary owl sign created for the show to give it that extraterrestrial alien feel. Everything the OC did a post on it, which we love everything the OC, so I will post that on our Patreon. She then says, I remember when this episode first aired, I watched it live and that ending came, I was so shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I was 10 at the time and at the night this episode aired with the start of Christmas break for me, so I stayed up late to watch it air live at 10 p.m.
That's so cute.
I used to PRV the episodes and watch them while eating breakfast the next morning. Sometimes if I was at my friend's house who had the multi-channels, I would watch at 8 with her older sister who was 16 at the time. It was so cool to me that this older girl let me watch TV with her.
Aw.
What are the chances that Bullet happens to know Ryan's father?
Right. Like, do you think Frank somehow got himself involved in that to maybe...
I think
don't
Frank has
know.
no idea.
You
I
think
don't
he
remember.
Had no idea?
No, and I think... No. I think the Bullet had
Bullet.
no idea.
Oh, Bullet is clueless on everything. But I feel like Frank sought out
Oh, totally.
the Bullet, right? I
Yeah.
mean, but he said he's an accountant. He's going to do their books.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
How did he get that role?
I know. Just knowing sketchy people, the Bullet knows people.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you guys can explain, maybe.
Yeah. Spencer and Julie suck as criminals, especially Spencer. Like, how do you lose your little black book?
Yeah.
She finds it funny that Julie has no issues running an illegal business. Not paying for the pizzas crosses the line.
So true.
And then she says it felt like Ryan and Taylor's relation progressed so fast in a week. We were saying this earlier. Jess and Alicia also commented on this.
Yeah, it definitely, it's different than last week. The progression, as Jess said last week, like, it's nice until now, and then this week it felt just like, wow, okay, we really jumped, even though it was only a week.
Because they went through a traumatic experience together.
Maybe. Yeah.
In a coma together?
He had the revelation. Just, I was thinking while listening to last week's episode, how we said, oh, Taylor was a guy in the alt universe. I'm like, well, really, if you think about it, why is Taylor a guy and everything else in Ryan's life was like the same, pretty much? Like the people were the same.
I know.
I was just like, interesting. Anyway, that was just a fleeting thought I had. Like, hey, why is Taylor a guy in this alt universe, but everything else is kind of the same?
Yeah.
Whatever. But
yeah, no, I hear you. This is interesting.
Yeah. So maybe like traumatic experience, waking up in a hospital together.
He healed.
She
healed
internally, even though they really and truly don't even know how they did it.
But they
which is weird.
Feel better.
But they just feel better. And so in order for both of them to feel better, they're like, oh, like we could do it together.
Right.
And like the progression maybe it just seems natural. Like it could happen. You just feel a connection with someone and you're like, all right, well, it's good. So why ruin it?
Yeah.
But and Ryan does flat out say, hey, what's happening with my girlfriend?
Yeah.
So even if he didn't mean it like that, it's still like something subconsciously that he said.
Right.
So he still views her as that.
Yes.
So, I mean, hey, I'm into it. It's just, yeah, I could agree. Maybe a little forced.
It's quick. Yeah. Thank you, Tish.
Thank you.
Mike on Instagram, Del_Vasto. A comment about last week in regards to the Lukes in Alt World making fun of Seth. Excuse me. Well, if Ryan was never around, then Luke would have never seen his dad kissing the coworker at the dealership, which resulted in Luke's dad coming out, and maybe none of that happened without Ryan being there.
So true.
He was the catalyst.
So true. Makes sense. Like maybe
we don't
know. Luke's dad just never came out or hasn't yet, and so Luke is still the same Luke.
Right.
The gay jokes are like, okay. Obviously they're not, but like
right.
That's something that they just did.
Yeah.
Huh. Good point.
Yeah. While he doesn't like them referring to Taylor as part of the core 4, he does like that Taylor covered for Summer and told Seth that the test was hers. It was sweet when Summer mouthed, thank you, and they grabbed each other's hand for support.
Love that moment. I really loved that.
Great friendship moment.
Totally.
Question. Do you remember your reaction to finding out who Frank was? If there are any newbies listening, can they send in their reactions?
Oh, please do.
Please send in your Frank reactions to watching this for the first time. I don't specifically remember, but like I said, I was shocked and I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, and they do a good job of not really leading up to that at all.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't remember what my first initial reaction was, but I could probably assume that I was like, oh, shit.
And I love how they spliced it together of Sandy finding out, Julie finding out, and the way they, edited that together. It was a shock value.
Yeah, definitely.
It was really good.
I like that.
Suspenseful.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mike. Jess at Mrs. Boquist on Instagram. She feels the relationship between Caitlin and Bullet is surprisingly sweet.
Yes, very.
Why would Kid Chino be at an alien party?
Right. The theme doesn't go. Like, superheroes and aliens are completely different genres, so. But whatever. They wanted to just, like, give a nod to, like, Atomic County. Like, in the last season. It's been a while.
I know.
Funny that he was Kid Chino. Like, out of all characters we could have seen, it was just funny that it was Kid Chino.
Yeah, I know.
Would have been awesome if it was Marissa's character. Like, someone, like, honored her and dressed up as her.
That would be cute. Or if there was a pairing. Like, if he was with someone.
Just put it out there, guys.
Jess is glad that Seth proposed before knowing the test results, but it's clear neither of them wanted to be engaged or get married at any time soon.
See, I disagree. I feel like they are super young. They're not even Oh my God, they're not
They're
even
18?
Oh my God, I'm thinking like they're 22.
No.
No, they're not even.
Mm-mm.
They're 18
Babies.
years old. Yeah, no way they could be okay with that, unless there's like some other TV show that we've podcasted about that happens, but it doesn't happen here. No.
Thank you, Jess. Vic at MuseChick on Instagram says she loved Mike's Scoop video and suggests that Tish send some sound while doing trivia.
How cute.
Just kidding. No pressure.
Oh. We could be like,
Yeah.
like her forecast.
I know. She also noticed Kirsten's obsession with the ham.
Thank you.
We talked a lot about that last
We
week.
did mention it a lot.
She finds it how interesting that Ryan was upset that Taylor might be pregnant and didn't tell him, but it never occurred to him that he would cheat on him, that she would cheat on him.
Right.
It shows he knows Taylor.
Yeah.
She felt bad for Summer, and while she's no goof king, she knows you're not supposed to wait long to see results from a pregnancy test because it can give you false positives.
Yeah.
I know, I was thinking that too. I'm like, we're just carrying around a pee stick in the bag
Right?
this whole time.
Ooh, really not sanitary.
No. What did you think of their gifts to each other? She didn't think Vegas was cheesy.
I don't think it's cheesy. I just feel like it was super random for... this is a New Year's Eve present?
And they're
Is that
18.
Right? My mom never, ever would allow shit like that to occur.
Yeah, but I think it's, they're happy for Ryan to be having fun. He's not in high school anymore.
I know.
She has no parental
I guess
guidance.
that's true. Like, I'm thinking, they're 18. They're not in high school anymore.
Yeah.
College, you go off and, hey, maybe your boyfriend sleeps in your dorm room. I don't know what you're saying, but,
Right.
Things happen. So, okay. It's okay. And, my mom brain just goes on like, absolutely not.
I listen. I know. If anything, I would have to probably lie.
You lie. Yeah, like you plan it.
Or I'm going with friends.
Right, but your parents don't make you a sandwich for the two of you.
No,
that just
a
doesn't
send-off gift.
Have a good night. Like,
I
no,
know.
that doesn't happen.
Have either of you ever been to Vegas? If yes, what did you love most?
No, but I'm wanting to. I really want to.
I've been to Vegas twice. Once when I was 13 with my parents, and then Aunt and I made a stop on our honeymoon. And I had two favorite things of Vegas. One, I slept really well in the Aria's beds. We were exhausted and they had the most comfortable bed. And then two, I got drunk and bet on a penny slot because it was cat themed.
Oh,
And I was like, cat themed, and it was pennies, and I won $97 or something.
That's good.
Yeah, it was like $94 or $97, a random 90 amount. That was my favorite thing about Vegas.
That's awesome.
And then she asked, what has been your favorite New Year's Eve to celebrate?
Oh my God.
I don't know if I have a favorite, but I have some memorable ones.
Me too.
That are,
You know what my favorite is? Honestly, like that one year, and it's like every year that we do this, but the one year that we just literally ate to oblivion and we played Drawful like all night here.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then we woke up and we ate to oblivion and played Drawful until like midnight the next night. And it was just like so much fun. Like just relaxing in PJs,
yeah,
like eating, drinking, playing games, just with friends. It's just, that's my favorite New Year's. Eating and drinking. Anything revolving around food.
Eating and drinking in the comfort of your home.
Yeah.
In comfortable clothes.
You don't have to leave.
Yeah.
You don't have to travel. You don't have to like get dressed up, put jeans on when your fat rolls like hanging over. Like, no, I want to like relax.
Especially after the holidays where you've just been eating for a week.
No, you feel like so disgusting.
Yeah. Onesies and good food.
Yeah. For a long time, like growing up, I always felt like New Year's was so super depressing. I still feel like in a way it is sort of depressing, but also it's happy too because you're like refreshed, restart, whatever. But it just, I don't know. It's not my favorite holiday.
No, me neither.
I'll say that.
No. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alicia at AAW3115 comments from last week. Her thoughts of the Coens getting a divorce. Because we talked about this. How did this happen? She says at the point of TJ, Julie and Jimmy were already getting divorced, and that's what drove the OD.
Right.
She thinks Jimmy relied too much on Kirsten, and that drove a wedge between Sandy and her. However, the whole Sandy marrying Julie is out of place.
No, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. She also mentions how we spoke with Jess on the regression of the show in the terms of the gay culture.
Yeah.
And she completely agrees. Especially with Caitlyn and the Lukes, it's been really cringy.
It's super cringy. Like, more so than ever before.
I know. And as Jess said, they were ahead of things with Luke's dad coming out, and then Alex and Marissa in season 2. And then in season 4, there's so many inappropriate things said. Even in this episode, when Caitlyn is taking and talking to the Bullet about the Saudi princes, she said she wouldn't want to wear the clan outfit. Yikes.
I didn't even catch that, but that's cringe as hell.
Oh, God. Yeah. I know. It's just not... Why?
Yeah, why do we add that?
And I know she made a comment, too, about what was the network like in 2006 to have comments like this.
Right.
You know? She says Ryan and Taylor are really cute in this episode, and she appreciates how she isn't afraid to call him out when he's not communicating.
Yes, appreciate that,
where
too.
Marissa never did that.
Yeah, she didn't, actually. Like, not right away, at least.
Yeah, right.
They would both, like, marinate. And then towards the end of their relationship with, like, the Johnny stuff and the Tree stuff, like, zero communication there. So, yeah, it's refreshing to say, like, have a relationship where you can just automatically say, like, no, you're wrong or whatever. So,
yeah. A couple of questions. Why do you think we never allude to Ryan ever communicating with his mom? Like, we see him, like, we never see him getting off the phone with her or anything like that.
Yeah, they never show any contact with her.
Or mention
only,
it.
like, when she comes into the episode, which are very far and few between. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder during this whole Frank thing, if we ever get a mention of Dawn. I feel like they probably won't mention her.
I really don't remember.
I know. I'm sure you don't, because why?
Yeah.
I feel like why would they? But also, like, why wouldn't you? That's the mother.
Yeah.
Poor Dawn.
What did you think of how Seth handled the pregnancy test scare? Do you think Summer overreacted? Why do you think he proposed to Summer? And then she continues. She thought the whole scenario was very realistic and very much of how an 18 or 19-year-old would react.
I agree with that 100%.
High fives, we're not having a baby. Wait, let's just get married. Wait, no baby. Do we really want to get married? She thought it was very much how teenagers would act, but not sure how many teenagers would propose at such a young age. Also feels like this was very popular in the late 90s, early 2000s. Boy Meets World, Saved by the Bell,
Right.
Twilight, all these young people getting engaged and married, even though when she was a teen, furthest thing from her mind.
Totally.
And she thinks, do you think Seth did the right thing? What would you want your boyfriend to do?
Oh, my God. So many hypotheticals there.
Okay.
But
Well, first, I think Seth handled it realistically.
same. I think there was no other way Seth was going to handle that.
And you know what? Honestly, I hate to sound like if it's going to come off insensitive, but maybe at that time I would have high-fived my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, oh, thank God it's not ours. I don't know if it was my best friend, I would have done that, but in private.
Right. Totally. Like, let's just say it was one of your friends and now she's going through a hard time and you're, like, maybe not insensitive that way, but, like, later on, like, oh, shit, thank God
it wasn't us.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't think Summer overreacted because that's very scary to go through.
Right.
And especially now you're heightened because when your pregnancy test is gone, you don't know if you're going to be pregnant. Your best friend is covering for you at the time. She's kind of her best girlfriend at this point.
Right, at this point.
Yeah. And I think he proposed because Ryan got in his head a little bit of like, of course I want to be with her. It's kind of a spiral moment. This is what you do.
Yeah. I was more surprised to see the proposal, but it does make sense in a childish way.
Mm-hmm.
That's how a child would think, okay, well, that's the next step is like, hey, let's just get married. If we're going to have a baby, let's just do it. And then immediately finding out, no, we're not pregnant and saying like, oh, shit, what do we do now? It's really awkward if one of us says like, hey, we probably shouldn't do it yet because you don't want to hurt the other person's feelings.
Exactly.
It's going to be a pickle.
Yeah. And in terms of what I would want my boyfriend to do, I would just want him to be there for me, but don't propose. I would have said no.
Yeah, I would have been like, no, dude, way too soon. We're way too young.
Let's
just find out this first. Love and appreciate how much you love and appreciate me. Right. Don't need to do this just yet.
Exactly. Thank you, Alicia.
Thank you.
We had an email from our girl Jillian Delonce. She says it's cool of Taylor to cover for Summer, especially when she was making a big deal out of the bag in front of the guys.
Yeah.
But it's such a contrived plot device. Miscommunication plots are only good when they're A, accidental, B, an alternative motive. In this case, it just slows the discord and has for no apparent reason.
Yeah, like that's what the focus of the entire episode was about, truly. And I feel like, and I didn't even remember that. It wasn't the entire episode that this happens. I had no recollection because really it doesn't change the plot at all.
I know.
For anyone. So
It's so true.
Yeah, I agree.
She says she bought a Jamaican Me Crazy t-shirt at Delia's after
So
this
funny.
episode. It's funny because it's not funny,
Right.
as
well,
Seth says.
Yeah.
And then she says the Smile Like You Mean It cover is so good.
Mhm.
Thank you, Jillian.
Thanks, Jillian.
Music in this episode, we had John Digweed, Tolly Hall, Dogzilla, and Henry Mancini. All right. Some fashion?
Yes. I liked Ryan's olive green corduroy button-down shirt. Looking good.
So for fashion this week, I only have 2 picks.
Oh, I don't have, I guess I don't have that
Which
many.
is Julie's black New Year's Eve dress.
Oh my God. She looks stunning.
Gorgeous.
Amazing.
And I liked-
Kudos to, well, I guess Caitlin helped him.
And the
but-
bullet, too.
yeah.
And Kirsten's New Year's Eve dress I liked.
Yeah, I like that too. I also really liked Julie's black turtleneck with the lace.
Gorgeous.
And then Kirsten also had like a turtleneck.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you guys are like
And the
twins.
bullet made a comment of, let's get you out of that pilgrim outfit.
Just always putting his foot in his mouth. I liked Caitlin's skull scarf.
Very cute. Very
Yeah.
Caitlin.
Yeah, I feel like I would have liked something like that maybe in high school at this point. And I also liked just the Kid Chino outfit.
Oh,
It's perfect.
yeah.
And Summer's sparkly eyeshadow.
Yes.
And Taylor's lingerie.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm. She looked
Taylor.
good.
I love her confidence. I love
Me
that she
too.
goes to buy this. And also 18 years old to be that confident with your sexuality is huge.
Yeah.
And in not a slutty way.
And it's funny because I feel like they keep making reference to that, like, I'm not a whore, I'm not a slut, right? And which, I mean, the fact that she has to say that,
I
I
know.
feel like the times now are completely different. But I understand, like, hey, I'm with someone, we're getting serious. I'm not a whore. Like, I'm with you, so
Right.
don't get any ideas in your head.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, as much as she is confident in that, she still has to make a mention, like, hey, I'm not
That
slutty,
should-
though.
right.
You know?
I just like how she's confident with her partner.
I do. Me too.
Yeah. Some quotes.
I have, well, do you think I'm a whore? Last coffee of 06.
I also had
I'm
that.
like, oh, man.
I had Stream of Urine Summer.
What, Jamaican it up as we go?
Follow that alien. She stole my purse.
Mm-hmm. Are you absolutely positive you haven't had sex with Taylor yet?
We need an emergency evacuation.
Okay, Kate Land.
Oh, yeah, that made me laugh too. Cohens are natural sandwich artists.
Should we hug again?
Latex smells funny. So do diapers.
That was my Taylorism.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, like, well, so do diapers.
Yeah.
That part
Yeah.
cracked me up.
I then had I'm Ryan's father.
Kiki, do you ever feel invincible? Julie, oh my God.
And then when the alien was hooking up with that random guy,
Yeah.
so his name was Zerknong.
Mm-hmm.
What's my name? Zerknong. Spell it.
Spell it.
ZUEO. ZERKN hyphen NONG. Made me laugh. I had
That
to look
was
this up.
ridiculous.
I'm like, geez, they can't even get it on. You got to spell the name.
Right?
All right, so your Taylorism.
Taylor.
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 Ah, that Taylor. Well, what about condoms?
Latex smells funny.
So do diapers.
Taylor!
What?
That was mine. I like this that portion. Latex smells funny. And then she says, well, so do diapers.
My Taylorism.
So you don't think I'm a whore?
No. No, of course not.
Good, because I'm not. Unless, of course, you want me to be.
The fact that Seth and Summer don't use condoms ever Is it an ever thing, or they just don't do it?
Yeah, because that was discussed in the episode.
Yeah.
How she
Latex smells weird, and she doesn't like it,
and she doesn't want to be on birth
And
control.
she doesn't want to be on birth control because like hormones. Well, I'm sorry. Then you don't prevent pregnancy.
Are they just pulling out?
That's a silly way to prevent pregnancy. That's just my opinion, but what do I know?
And I feel
I lock the shit double. So.
Totally 100%.
Yeah.
I feel that maybe they were using protection and
then
now
just eventually stopped.
And the whole scare thing too was that it was that time when he came to visit.
Right. Like she knew when it was. So maybe it was like a one time, which, hey, it could happen just one time. As Mrs. Kim tells you, it could happen just one time, and that's enough. And that's.
But if that's the case, she did say it was when he came to visit.
Right. So how many weeks ago was that? 3 weeks?
It was Thanksgiving. And,
three
not
episodes?
Thanksgiving. After that.
It was after Thanksgiving when she was like doing all the activism thing with the presentation, right?
Well, she got kicked out, and then we
Right.
had Chrismica. Is that the timeline?
So that's 2 weeks potentially.
I mean,
So
we're
maybe-
really
I know, we're really
trying to make
stretching it
this
here.
sense in the OC realm,
Right.
but they haven't had sex since.
I guess not. Or maybe it would be too soon for her to like calculate.
Maybe.
Like, oh, it's too soon. That wouldn't make sense for that time.
Maybe. Right.
You
Right.
know? I don't know. Details.
Details,
Details,
schmeetails. For the smile counter.
You know, I kind of forgot about the
No
smile
worries.
counter
We can
during
retire
this.
it. I got 5, Vic got 7. So,
Oh, nice.
you know.
It's not that I forgot. It's just as watching, he's just so much lighter in these episodes. So like the entire time is almost a smile counter for me. So by the time I remembered, I was like, oh shit, I didn't catch any. And then like it was kind of like, well, he was just happier the whole time. So
Yeah. I'll be in charge of the smile counter.
okay,
If you want.
sorry.
No sorries. It's another thing to look for.
Right.
And it's another segment.
Another thing for you to add up. Another thing for you to edit.
No. It's all good. All right. MVP and shittiest.
I think you're gonna be surprised in my MVP. I was surprised.
Oh. I don't think you'll be surprised with mine.
No, I don't think so.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, Taylor.
I picked
Cute.
Caitlin.
Okay,
But I
Caitlin.
would have picked Taylor. Just some reason, watching the episode and the more I watched Caitlin, I was like, you know what? I really like her in this episode. She wasn't really her, like, teenagey self. Like, she was admitting, I miss my dad. He's not around. Accepting that Bullet is coming into her life. Accepting that her mother is doing whatever her mother does. And she was going to tell her off, like, hey, Mom, don't do that. It's not right.
Yeah.
I just like that. And she felt bad for Bullet. She stayed around. She could have left. She stuck around for him, did the 2-step, you know.
She didn't feel bad in a pity way.
No, it wasn't pity. Like, oh,
I actually
this
kind of
guy's
like
kinda
you.
nice. Yeah, he takes care of me, likes my mom.
So sad.
It is really sad.
You know?
But I understand Taylor. Makes
Yeah, I
sense.
chose Taylor just for how good of a friend she was to Summer in this episode. And I love, how when they're in the car and they're talking about New Year's, she's like, everyone gets a fresh start in the new year.
Yeah, like, you're fine.
We're going to be okay.
Yeah, because she was saying, like, Taylor, it's not 2007 yet. You're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And so that Summer had in her head, like, can't turn 2007 without me knowing if I'm pregnant or not. But of course, she didn't find out until after 2007.
Right.
What an awkward New Year's. Like, everyone's counting down. And I'm, like, trying to put myself in that position. Like, oh, man, like, everyone's, like, going Happy New Year. And you're, like, not even paying attention. You're not even, like, absorbing the moment. You're, like, running out of this club. Just interesting.
Yeah. Vic, Jess, and Alicia all chose Taylor. Jillian chose the Bullet.
The Bullet. Bang.
And she felt that no one else stood up in this episode, but Bullet was really sweet
Yes, he
because
was.
of how he was with Caitlin.
Yeah,
He really was. And I always
he was.
enjoy the Bullet and Caitlin together and how much he's there for Caitlin.
Yeah, agreed.
Shittiest?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I went back and forth with mine.
I put a question mark. I don't know if I meant it, but we'll see.
I think I'm going to combine mine.
Oh, okay, good.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, Julie. Okay, so I did Julie Seth.
Yeah, I have Julie ? I was like, she kept this secret still. This is your business. If you're not open and honest with your partner, you're withholding money. Like, it's shady shit. It's not okay. And I just didn't like that about her.
That's how I felt about Julie as well. And with Seth, not even how he reacted, because, again, I felt that was realistic. I just feel that we've been writing him so well.
Yeah, he just had a moment of
and then this
regression.
episode felt very immature. And I'm like, is it because it's always inside of him and he can be mature when it steps up to the plate, which he can.
Right. And
proven
so,
wise.
Stepping up to the plate in this scenario was him, I guess, like saying, let's get engaged.
Married? Yeah.
But also, like, if you were mature in your thoughts and level-headed, maybe that's not the best scenario for you guys.
Like, let's talk about it. I'll be there for you.
Yeah, let's talk about it first. Hey, let's just find out even if you are. But just know, I love you. I'm willing to do this if that's something you wanted to do.
How Ryan would handle it.
Yeah.
And how Ryan handled it with Teresa.
Yeah, he stepped up. He's like, hey, I'll be there for you. He didn't say, hey, let's get married.
No.
And he was much younger. I mean, like a year or two, but right when you think about it, like, oh, he was only 17, but
I know.
Or 16, maybe.
I know.
No, I don't even
their
know.
Their timeline's not right.
It's so off.
Yeah, it would have to be 16, even though I'm pretty sure that's not right.
Right. I know.
Details, schmeetails.
Totally.
Okay. Is that time of the week?
Sure, we could do Patron of the Week.
It's Patron of the Week.
It's Patron of the Week. It's Patron of the Week.
Who will it be?
It's Patron of the Week.
This week, I chose someone who also was an adjoined Patron of the Week at one point a few weeks back, but I wanted to honor her especially this week, Lisa.
Lisa.
And I named her Lisa DeLove.
Oh,
because her last
so
name
cute.
is Delore. And so I feel like it's like Delilah. And I don't know if you guys have that. I think it's just a Long Island thing, but there's this advice woman, Delilah, and she's on like, she talks really low. She gives the
most
advice.
soothing voice.
Oh, yeah, she's awesome, but it's like Delilah. But we wanted to say thank you, Lisa, for sticking around. You're always sending your questions and comments for both podcasts, which we really appreciate. She's a newbie on Gossip Girl, so the fact that she sends her predictions to Michelle so they can compare, and each week always tells us who Gossip Girl is or who she thinks it is, and she's just been very active on Patreon. We just want to say thank you and that we see you, and we are happy to have you.
Thanks, Lisa.
To love you.
To love it.
I crack myself up. I really do.
It's very funny. That's very, very funny. I love it. Okay, Lissy. Are you ready?
Yes.
We're now more than halfway
I
done
know.
with this
I don't want to think
season.
about it. It's sad.
It's really sad. But here's your haiku for season 4, episode 9. The My Two Dads. A game is now played, and there's tension between dads. Who will end on top?
I feel like we can go really literal with the
Sure.
title, like My Two Dads. Like Ryan right now has two dads, Sandy and Frank, even though obviously Frank is a biological father, but Sandy is truly the only father figure that's ever made a difference in his life.
Yeah.
So I feel like we can go really literal. Again, guys, no, from week to week, it is fresh meat, fresh eyes, because I truly don't remember a lot that happens. Like, I remember some things with Frank, but very surface. Like, I feel like I have a bad feeling about him. I don't really remember why that is. I mean, obviously, he's an ex-con. Things aren't great, looking great for him. So that could be him and Sandy kind of versing each other. I'm excited for Ryan to see his dad. I'm assuming we get that next week.
The reaction.
The reaction of like, oh shit, dad's out of jail. He's here. And people now know that this is my dad. And it looks like he's staying for a while at least. So he's going to be stirring up some shit. I'm not looking forward to it.
What do you think is happening with Seth and Summer?
I feel like I said before, again, I don't remember, but there's this advice woman, Delilah, and she's on like, she talks really low. And people now know that this is my dad. And it looks like he's staying for a while at least. So he's going to be stirring up some shit. I'm not looking forward to it. I really could see it like, oh, we're going to act really awkward in front of each other because neither one of them wants to hurt the other's feelings, saying like we probably shouldn't get married. This is so incredibly typical of them. And they're going to be so like sketchy at all times during the episode. Taylor's going to say something to, Summer's going to say stuff to Taylor and vice versa with Ryan and Seth. And like maybe Ryan and Taylor kind of have to like talk them off the ledge because this just doesn't make any sense. Like maybe like Summer will talk to Ryan and Taylor will talk to Seth and like a different perspective, like male versus female. I don't know. I'm just going off whatever.
I like where your head's at.
Come into my head, but I think they're just going to be super awkward with each other, which I can totally see, which would make so much sense for them. I would be surprised if they did it any other way. You know what would be more shocking to me? If they completely went into the next episode like, yeah, we decided not to get married. Like they completely summed it up with like the first minute and then the rest of the episode. Michelle's nodding her head. No, like the rest of the episode, there's something else going on with them. But no, if I know this show, which I think I do,
Sethamer.
And I know Sethamer, and they are sometimes extremely painful for me to watch. So
yeah,
I see it going the way I predicted. So.
You did good.
Thank you.
You did well. You'll see when you watch and you'll be like, oh.
Yeah, like
okay.
The claws come out though, like Kiki and Sandy, like that's my kid now. Don't mess with it. Like they've been very accepting and cordial with Dawn.
Well, yeah.
Because she really, as much as she maybe wasn't the greatest mother, she was never malicious. She understood that Ryan was in a better place here. It seems as though Frank is like, I want to know what you've been doing with my son. Like, doesn't appreciate the fact that he was on his own. His brother got arrested. His brother got shot. Like, he didn't know any. I mean, he probably does, but I feel like he's like very territorial where Dawn's like accepting of them.
Well, it's hard to trust Frank with his record and the way he's going about this.
Right.
Super sketch.
Yeah. I can't wait to talk in After Dark because I do have some like sort of questions to remind myself of the Frank situation.
Okay. Yes. So stay after the credits. We're After Dark. If you're new here, that's where we talk spoilers. We have a couple of questions and comments from our listeners who also want to talk spoilers with us, which is a fun segment. That leads us to the end of the episode for this week. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you to everyone who sent in your questions and comments. We so appreciate it. We love hearing from you. As you can see, the bulk of this show is you guys sending in your thoughts every week.
It's the best part.
It's the best part. We absolutely love it. If you're an Apple Podcast listener, please consider leaving us a review. 5 stars is best. We actually got a new review, so I'd like to read that from CVD_13. They rated us 5 stars.
Nice.
Great chemistry.
Aww.
I've been an OG OC fan, but recently found this podcast. The authenticity sets them apart from other podcasts. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's so sweet.
I also want to say, so Liz and I in After Dark have been suggesting that you send us emojis.
Yes.
So we got a couple this week, which I appreciate. And some people wrote how they felt seen. And because I called them out and saying, hey, we know you're here. Send us, which made me laugh. So no pressure. I was like, oh, no, I hope we don't come up like an asshole.
No.
We just want to know that you guys are listening. And plus, it's fun to get little emojis.
Yeah, it is fun. We
Yeah.
used to do that back in like the Tree Hill Talk
I know.
days.
I know.
It's a little nugget.
It's a little
you don't have
nugget.
to do it every week. It's just fun whenever.
Yeah. But, when we get it, we absolutely love seeing it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. And we'll see you next week for season 4, episode 9, The My Two Dads.
My Two Dads. The My
Two
Two
Dads.
Dads.
I was like, wait, is this right? And as I'm like, no, it's actually The My Two Dads.
Is My Two Dads a movie?
I don't know. I'll have to find out next week.
I guess so.
After Dark. After Dark. Let's talk OC. Let's talk OC.
All right, After Dark.
After after dark.
Do you want to say your questions?
I just don't. I don't remember what happens with Frank. I don't know when he just starts dating Julie. I mean, we have to assume that the Bullet and Julie are never gonna like consummate. They're never gonna do any of that. So
I think they get pretty close though.
They do?
Yeah.
I guess because she sees him softening and
To
sweet.
it's for Caitlin, but she actually has no feelings for him.
Okay, so see, that's so typical Julie. I saw that this coming the entire time. Like, she definitely is not into him, but making him believe, or not making him believe, but not correcting him when he's like, you're my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So I don't know how she lets him down, but I feel like Frank swoops. Oh, we said last week they don't really date until it's like the finale episode, and that's when we find out she's pregnant, right, or something?
No. I don't remember how this goes down, but I think it's in secret.
Date? Oh.
And they fall for each other.
It's just awkward.
Yeah.
That's like, why did we have to do that?
Yeah.
It's not necessary for the plot. I get like for funsies, but also we could have had anyone else. But Frank, he's like a mystery to me.
Well,
I feel like if
yeah.
you obviously go two ways, like he could stay kind of evil, and like that's why Julie kind of likes it because she's also sort of evil. Or he could be like, you know what? No, I'm going to redeem myself. I don't remember. I don't.
So on Frank, Mike says that he likes the budding friendship between Caitlin and the Bullet that is starting in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
He can't wait for the future episode where Caitlin is Team Bullet and Ryan and Taylor are Team Frank, and they have a competition on who Julie will date.
I don't remember that at all.
And he says this is another episode he enjoys in season 4.
Okay.
And then continuing with Frank, Jillian says that she hates Frank. He's creepy from the get-go. He starts his relationship with everyone from a place of lies.
Right. That's true.
She really doesn't like that we come to his redemption at all in his arc. I changed at prison. And she says she would only buy that if we saw the character growth.
Okay.
Like, saw it as we get. Like, we only see the end result.
Right. Like, we don't know what he was. I mean, we can assume what he was like prior to meeting him because of his record and the way Ryan grew up. But yeah, I guess it would make sense that as he comes back, that's why he wants to have like all the things he's doing, even though they're based on lies, is like to get to know his son. I get it.
Sure.
I get it.
And I said this last week, or I said it a couple weeks ago, and I'm sure the people will come back, that he's lying that he's sick. And I'm, man.
Right, no one brought it to
no one brought it to the attention, so I'm like, am I right on that?
Maybe
or am I
don't
just
wanna
making
confirm
that?
it.
I know. Anyway, continuing, Jillian also asks, why did they include Ryan clarifying that they wouldn't go all the way when Taylor is showing off her sexy lingerie?
Yeah, because I thought it was clear. Taylor says to Ryan, like, we're not doing that because she was afraid, like, that she would get not pregnant, but, it was all too much for her to handle when Summer found out she could potentially be pregnant. So I remember Taylor being like, we're not doing it. So maybe he was just like respecting that, like, oh, we can definitely take it slower because.
Right. She says she doesn't recall a big deal being made about the first time Ryan and Taylor do it. So it's weird that they had to specify it. Do your thing, Ryan. Enjoy yourself.
Right.
Vic said that Holly was the person she was referring to when an old character comes back.
Oh, okay.
And then, how do you think the story would have changed if Summer was pregnant?
Oh my God.
So many things.
So many things.
I mean, I just can't picture Seth and Summer being parents. And I know it changes you. And again, Seth loves Summer and Summer loves Seth, so they would make it work.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's really hard, right? I can't even picture it.
Right. Or like we can go really political and say, what if she was like, hey, I want to have an abortion?
Ooh. Yep.
So I could see them doing, I mean, hey, this is 2007.
Right.
So I could see maybe something of the sort happening there, but they're children to me. I can't picture them having their own baby.
Yeah. I think Sandy and Kirsten would be very supportive.
I think they would. I think they would be absolutely furious in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then, as hopefully most parents do, they help their child and
Well, look how they
say-
were with Ryan, but
Right, but that's, I mean, yes, that's their kid, but also, like, that was, like, their kid for a year at that point. So do we parent him?
yeah, I know.
Like, our kids are sexually active, so.
And they know.
And they know that.
Just be careful. And I mean,
Yeah.
Sandy does say a point when he was like, just be careful. He says
Right.
it when he was packing the sandwiches and stuff.
Right, yes.
So he knows the
Right.
boys. He knows who they're dating.
Yeah. I always say, too, like, parents of boys, I feel like, are different
Easier.
than parents of girls.
And-
Maybe it's just my experience.
Yeah. And it, for sure. And really, Taylor has no parental guidance at this
No,
point,
none
and neither
at
does
all.
Summer.
Right. These girls are parenting
Julie.
themselves.
Julie is
And
now
and Julie,
their
and
mother.
Now Julie is so preoccupied with getting that done, and she's also quite selfish in her romantic interests. So, I mean, it's Caitlin, Taylor, and Summer out for themselves, really, at this point. No dad figure, except for the Bullet. It'd be nice if the Bullet like parented Summer and Taylor in there too. Like, oh yeah,
Right.
or like the Coens just kind of.
Well, I think they have this not big, but they have a support system of the parents because Taylor
Yeah.
has gone to Kirsten. She helped
She
her
has.
with Veronica. And Julie is now there for Summer. Summer and Kirsten, I would like more moments with them together.
Yeah.
We don't really get
And
that.
it's true because I don't see them as like that's the parent of my boyfriend.
No, me neither.
You know how like that's always a different relationship. Maybe things are different when you're around them, and so they never really interact on the show, which is sad. And when they do, I totally forget that that's the girlfriend.
Yeah.
And that's the mom.
I mean,
like
I think of Sandy because they've had more interactions.
right, they have.
But not Kirsten.
No, it'd be nice.
I don't know. If we weren't dealing with this pregnancy storyline and then led to the engagement storyline, which this was going to go into the next
Mhm.
episode, what do you think they should have given Seth and Summer?
Summer. Right now they have nothing.
And we talked about this last week a little bit
Yeah.
too, is what do you give them to make them interesting?
I don't know. I
It's
feel
tough.
like for me, maybe them breaking up in high school and going into college maybe a little bit longer. Then we come back where
They
they're
find each
both
other?
a little bit more matured, and like he didn't go to RISD because she was going to Brown. Like something where maybe they went to colleges on the opposite sides or whatever it is. And then later on, now they're having like more adult problems where like now they just seem, I hate to say it though, like they seem just so stale. Like from season one. Like season one, they're like, okay, it's fresh and new. Summer doesn't even think she likes Seth. He's a nerd. He's lame. And then all of a sudden she really likes him, which is great. And then they just, for me, have always had these
we had the Atomic County and Zach situation.
yeah, all of their
And Alex.
situations are on a scale of like Marissa and Ryan drama, just childish compared to that. So it's hard for me to think of their relationship as a whole and be like, what can we do to make it different? Like it's always been the same for
Yeah.
me. So, and it's sad for me to say that because I feel like first time watching it, I enjoyed them.
I still enjoy
And
them.
it's not that I don't enjoy them. It's just like I don't get excited anymore.
It's also hard
sad.
too because you know their end game.
And I know they're end game. So it's like
I don't worry
well,
about them.
Right.
Like this whole, and again, I'm obviously rewatching. You don't worry as much, even though watching like Ryan and Marissa,
Right, they're not
it
going to break
affected
them
me.
up again. You know, like there's nothing.
There's, there's questions and stuff, but
Yeah.
I just, their end game. You enjoy them for who they are. So maybe they're supposed to just be this is it.
Right. And they're okay with that.
Yeah.
And the audience should be okay with that.
But I think the audience kind
they
of
do
is.
because I feel like, are they like the biggest ship on the show? I mean, they're the OG end game. I mean, besides Kirsten and Sandy, but
Yeah, but from a younger audience,
that's the couple.
it was Seth and Summer, Ryan, Marissa.
Yeah.
And you chose.
You chose and that was it.
Even though I rooted for both because
Yeah.
the show I feel like is it's not like one against the other.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Right.
But Seth and Summer, they were endgame. They were the couple. Because sometimes on shows, you have multiple endgames.
Yeah, you do.
Multiple.
Mm-hmm.
This was like the one teenage couple where you're like, wow.
Right. From like
She fell for
start of high
him.
school and they lasted pretty much all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you have those like high school sweethearts that stay
Like
together.
your sister.
Like my sister. And I feel like I have seen that in the past where they are high school sweethearts, like regardless of who it is. And like because they get together so young, they just kind of evolve and keep going. And that's why they work so many years later. Whereas if you meet someone later in your life, you both are kind of like different and you kind of have to come together. So I that's like been a thing in my life where I've seen people who have been married 50 years. Like, oh, we met in high school. I'm like, what? That's crazy.
Blasphemy.
Blasphemy, 50 years. But yeah, so it's nice to see that they are endgame. I just wish they gave them a little spice. Just a little something. But again, I don't even know what that would be. I truly don't.
I know.
So that, like, to them, yeah, the pregnancy thing, that's a little spice. But
for a couple that's been together for so long, this is something that they probably should have happened.
Yeah.
Because in every long-term relationship, you do
like, ooh,
go through, whether you take
You
a
do.
test or not, you're like, oh my God, I'm late.
right.
Like, I think that's
The stress
super
of being
relatable.
late. Yeah, totally. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it is relatable.
I feel like we just went like around a circle just and solved nothing of just, oh no, this is just Seth and Mer and this is who
Just-
they are.
Right. It's just who they are.
And we love them for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do you have anything else?
No, I don't think so. Again, I don't really, truly from this moment on, don't remember anything that's happening. Very tiny flashes of maybe Frank trying to get into Ryan's life again. And then, like, when I say, like, that's all I predict is Frank trying to get into Ryan's life again.
I mean, it's pretty easy to predict that.
Yeah,
you know it's going to
exactly.
happen.
I think I know this show so well that if either I'm remembering it how it's supposed to be, or I'm visioning it how I think it's going to go. So either way, I feel like it's going the way I'm thinking it's going to go. So yeah, that was a hot mess of a sentence, but
I got you.
yeah, like I can predict, or it could be right. It could be what happens because I know the show so well at this point. I mean, we discuss it every single week into full detail.
Yes. If you've made it this far, send us an alien
Oh yeah, the alien emoji.
because I think that's very fitting.
Cute.
And we'll see what we get. No pressure, guys.
No
Please, no
pressure.
pressure.
We're
Didn't
not
mean to
tallying
call
it
you out.
up.
Didn't make you to feel seen. So sorry about that. But thank you for those who reached out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know that you're sticking around till the end.
Exactly. All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye.